Welcome back to Kwani, the podcast. Welcome back to season 2. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. One thing I saw this week had me laughing, confused, and reflective all at the same time. So one of the teens in my family came into the kitchen with sunglasses on in the house at 8 a.m. No sun, no brightness, just vibes. And I said, "Why do you have sunglasses on?" And he goes, "You never know who's watching." So it turns out his girlfriend has little spies at school, actual teenage informants. These kids will text her play-by-play updates like he walked past the water fountain. Or if he's having a conversation with another girl, people will literally take photos and send them to her. They'll also send things like, he was breathing in another direction. Stuff like that, just weird things. Teenagers today live under surveillance. They don't have relationships. They have security detail. And I realized this new teen world we're living in is pretty interesting. And that brings me into today's episode. So one of the teens in my family had plans this weekend, a party. He's excited, new outfit, haircut, the whole production. And the party starts at 11 p.m. 11 p.m. when my day is basically over. So we drop him off, and 10 minutes later, the party gets shut down, lights on, music off, everybody confused, parents pulling up like Uber drivers who forgot they were working tonight. And it got me thinking, teens today really do live in a very different world from when I grew up maybe 10, 15 years ago. So it's pretty interesting. Everything is faster, everything is documented, everything is exposed. They're photographed in school hallways. Their outfits get judged online before lunch. Relationships start on FaceTime, breakups happen over TikTok. Someone always knows where they were because someone always has a phone out. It's overstimulation, wrapped in hormones, sprinkled with Wi-Fi, if you ask me. And parents today. Let's talk about the parents today dealing with these teenagers. They're trying. They really are. It seems to me, in my perspective, it's very much like a negotiation with the 15-year-old or the child. Some parents are strict, be home by 8 p.m. Some are gentle. Tell me how you feel about your curfew. Some parents are helicopter, tracking apps, live locations, heartbeat monitors, drone surveillance, night vision goggles. And some parents are just hands off. Text me when you remember or don't. I'll find out eventually. And honestly, there is no perfect parent anymore. There's just the parent who is trying their best in the world who keeps changing every 5 minutes. Here's what I've noticed as the older cousin who watches from the sidelines. Teenagers today want independence, but they also want guardrails. They want freedom, but also someone checking in. They might roll their eyes and give you that deep, dark look at the rules, but they relax when someone actually cares enough to set them. I've also learned in my experience when I'm communicating with my teenage cousins, it's that I come to them in a perspective of, hey, I think your parents just don't find it appropriate for you to stay out at a friend's house 2 nights in a row. And I don't know why, but that seems like a little bit more clear and cut to the point versus when a parent is just saying no, 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 no. Could be me and I could be wrong. But I do believe that teenagers, they grow up fast, but they're also softer, more aware, and more anxious than we were. And I think that matters. Being a teen is hard. Being a parent is hard. And trying to raise a teen in 2026 is a whole different universe. But here's the part that grounds everything. Teenagers don't need perfect parents. They need present ones, not parents who know everything, just parents who are there, parents who listen, parents who guide, parents who try. And the same thing goes for teens. They're figuring themselves out in real time. They don't always get it right, but they're learning. And honestly, aren't we all? Aren't we all learning on this journey? We're all walking each other home. Once the child gets to about 16, you don't become the parental advisor, you become the guidance, you become the supporter in the child's life. And I think that's a way to look at it too. So if you're raising teens or loving teens, or even just observing them from a safe distance like me. Just know this, everyone is doing their best. Everyone is figuring it out, and nobody has a rule book. Although you can read some books online about how to parent and teenage, and there's a lot of YouTube videos about connecting, etc. There's a lot more information out there. However, we are all adjusting as the world adjusts. Thank you for being here with me today. I'll see you next Monday on Kwani, the podcast.